If your content gets views but has no monetization path, you're not building a business. You're feeding a machine that doesn't love you back. And the part that hurts is this: a lot of entrepreneurs are out here celebrating numbers that never touch their bank account. So let me show you the shift that changes everything. I grew up in the Bronx, son of Puerto Rican parents who came up hard inside systems they never owned. Where I'm from, you learn real fast that noise and results are not the same thing. People can talk big, flex big, look big, and still be losing. That lesson stayed with me. Later, I carried that same street level pattern recognition into healthcare. I worked inside major hospitals and clinical systems, sitting at the intersection of clinical operations, financial performance, and information technology. My job trained me to see broken systems before the failure became catastrophic. I learned how to spot where the workflow looked alive on the surface, but underneath, the thing was bleeding out. And when I moved into business and AI, I saw the same disease everywhere. Entrepreneurs getting likes, views, comments, shares, motion everywhere, but no real architecture underneath it. No path, no journey, no monetization logic. Just content flowing in the air like smoke. And that's why I need to say this plainly. I need to say this straight up. I need to say this in a way that you get it. If your content has no monetization path, then your views do not mean what you think they mean. Now picture the opposite. Picture waking up and knowing exactly what each piece of content is supposed to do. One video pulls the right person into a DM automation. Another drives them to an opt-in page and ClickFunnels. Another warms them through Active Campaign, your email sequence. Another triggers a book consultation that lands in your calendar, in Calendly or Honeybook, or it gets tracked inside your CRM. Now, your content is not just getting seen, it's routing attention, it's qualifying people, it's moving strangers through a system that turns interest into revenue. That means fewer random vanity spikes and more predictable outcomes. More clarity, more control, more confidence. You stop praying a post goes viral and you start knowing what a post is for. That's a different life. That's a different business. Here's the one thing: views are not the asset. The monetization path is the asset. That's it. That's the whole game. The content is just the front door. If the door opens into nothing, then congratulations. You build traffic to nowhere. So let me share a secret with you. Here's the first secret I'll share with you. And it's the false belief that attention equals success. That belief is costing people years because attention by itself does not pay you. It only becomes valuable when it enters a system. A reel or video with 10,000 views and no next step is just applause. But a reel with 300 views that drives qualified leads into a DM automation, pushes them into an email sequence, and gets 2 appointments booked is infinitely more valuable. The new belief is this: content only matters when it moves people into the next stage of the journey. And that leads me to secret number 2. The false belief that if content performs well, the business is performing well. No, those are not the same thing. A good hook can create high watch time. A controversial take can create comments. A slick edit can create shares. None of that means the offer is good. None of that means the CTA, the call to action, is clear. None of that means the funnel converts. None of that means the follow-up closes. What it usually means is that the top of the content did its job, but the rest of the business never showed up. The new belief is this: strong content without a strong path creates false confidence. Secret number 3. The false belief that more views automatically brings in more buyers. That's a fantasy. Content often brings broad attention, and broad attention is usually low intent attention. You get random people, random engagement, random traffic, and random outcomes. But when your content is engineered around the right offer stage, the right pain points, and the right CTA, call to action, you don't need everybody. You need the right people. You need your who. The new belief is this: Qualified movement beats mass attention every single time. That's why AI money maps matter, because it is not about making more content, it's about building the system behind the content. With AI money maps, we build a full customer journey diagnostic so you can finally see where attention is leaking and where revenue is dying. We install automated lead capture and triages so the right people get routed instead of wandering off. We build behavior trigger follow up sequences so people don't just watch and disappear. They get nurtured through email, DM, and AI driven automation based on what they actually did. We create onboarding and delivery workflow so when a sale happens, your operation doesn't crack under the weight. And we engineer retention architecture so your content doesn't just help you get customers, it helps you keep them. That's the real ROI. Not more views for the sake of ego, more revenue per piece of attention, more profit per asset, more leverage out of the same effort. And the risk is low because what we're doing is not inventing demand out of thin air. We're fixing the path that should have existed in the first place. The expensive move is not building the system. The expensive move is staying in content purgatory while attention keeps slipping through your fingers. Let me tell you what I know is true about your situation. You're probably putting real effort into your content, real thought, real energy, maybe even real money. And deep down, there's a frustration you don't always say out loud because the content looks alive, but the business doesn't feel alive as it should be. You've had moments where you thought, this posted numbers. Why doesn't it turn into leads? Why am I getting engagement, but no movement, no sales? Why does it still feel like I'm starting over every week? That feeling is real, and it doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you're untalented. It means the path is broken. And right now, the window is shrinking. AI is accelerating. Content volume is exploding. Everybody's making more noise. So the people who win next are not the people who post the most. They're the people who connect content to systems, systems to offers, and offers to outcomes. That window exists right now. It will not stay this open forever. So you have two choices. Choice one, keep making content that gets attention, gives you temporary emotional highs, and leaves you wondering why the numbers never fully translate into sales. Keep chasing views, hoping the algorithm becomes your business partner, even though it never signed that contract. And choice number two, build the system the right way. Build the right system with the right guide. Turn your content into infrastructure. Make every piece point somewhere. Make every hook lead to a journey. Make every journey lead to revenue. And finally, run a business where attention has a job. That's it. Those are the two paths. DM me the word money maps right now, and let's turn your attention to your pathway.